Alright. Anyway, yep. Ochi is now fully grown. And we have 3 new things to do. Dr. Shepard. As soon as you two are ready, let's get your training started. I'd like to train. Alright, it's time to commence training. The journey will be long and arduous, but I have no doubt you two can handle it. Side mission, learn all Ochi skills. This rescue pup training curriculum has been passed down through many generations. If Ochi's pup drive is built up sufficiently, he can train and learn new skills without a problem. As for what skills to learn and when to learn them, that depends on the rescue you approach, or the rescue approach you two want to take. Go the buff path if you want to carry heavy objects. Chomp path if taking on creatures is your priority. But keep proper Dandori practices in mind, and think carefully about what will help you carry out your duties efficiently. Yep, so you can upgrade how heavy the items he can carry are, how much damage he does. I always go down the buff path because it is very valuable. Well, you mastered buff. I knew you could do it, Ochi. That means I'm giving you permission to learn an even more powerful skill. Super buff. Yeah. Anyway, he can now carry 20 weight. So he can carry nearly as much as my entire group of Pikmin. Going forward, every time you complete training, you'll get a scrummy bone. Give it to Ochi as a reward for me. I gotta do something real quick, so I'm gonna pause the recording. Okay. Just had to go and copy the save file. Because, as I learned from my little failed recording there a little bit ago, this game autosaves constantly. So, I just had to copy the save file. Anyway, 2 new things to do. Talk to Schnoz over here. Thank you. Thank you so much for rescuing me the other day. I confess, I'm really quite flustered. I only came here because I heard there were really rare treasures to be found. Getting stuck here was not on my agenda. Oh, my apologies. I'm Schnoz, a noted appraiser of treasures. I often compile my findings in a little log for posterity's sake. Few treasures? Ah, you're interested in treasure, are you? I'd love for you to take a gander at my pride and joy, my treasure catalog. Alas, I lost all my data while I was, well, lost myself. If you don't mind, would you allow me to appraise any treasure you happen to collect? If you do, I shall compile the treasure data into a neatly edited treasure catalog. Of course, I'll offer you a reward for doing me this favor. All it requires is that you keep me posted when you find something. Side mission, collect 50 treasures. Yep, and you can get little descriptions, little Piklipedia notes, Schnoz's, description on, various items. Like the Game Boy. Notice how resplendent the blue of this slab is. It's called cobalt blue. The pigment is extracted from an ore renowned for honing one's intuition, intelligence, and reflexes. Yes, the more I gaze upon it, the more advanced I feel myself becoming. Anyway, there's ones for all the treasures. Do drop by any time you'd like to peruse the treasure catalog. The voice is very quickly turning into the rip-off voice what Scruffy did in his playthrough. Visit the lab. Ahem. Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Russ, the resident brains of the Rescue Corps. I use the raw materials you find and my handmade components to create all kinds of items and gear for use in the field. I can proudly state that all my inventions have been perfectly perfected. You could even say I have it down to a science. In exchange for raw material, I provide you with new gear. Your contributions make it possible to continue my important work. I may run out of components from time to time. If that happens, just visit the lab the next day after I've restocked. I have never run into that issue. Anyway, you can buy upgrades. Buy the survey drone, the treasure gauge, the charging horn, and I'm gonna keep 102. He just gives you little descriptions on the items that you buy, like the charging horn I just bought. Anyway, go back into the lab. I forgot to look at the items. Items. Toss one of these crunchies to a creature and watch the bitter flavor paralyze them from head to toe. There are plenty of Pikmin carrots in the pantry, but some are duds and way too bitter to be considered edible. By us, anyway. But the more you feed the creatures, the longer they'll stay out of your way. Emergency kit. Life-saving kit auto-replenishes your HP. You should always keep one equipped. Then you can focus on rescuing. Scrummy Bone. It's a superfood that replenishes Ochi's HP. Give him lots of these and even more belly rubs. It's the least you can do. Yep, so you can always buy these. He'll always give you one item every time he makes one. Pushing right on the D-pad, you can do that stuff. Survey drone is very useful, because it basically lets you look around. This combined with the treasure gauge lets you just automatically inspect, hunt the area down for treasure. Explore. I'll set over here, the beagle's ready to go when you are. Which area would you like to explore? Don't have enough sparklium to get to the next area, so I'm going to go to the Sun-Speckled Terrace. Anyway, this is the animation you missed last time. And then there was just a text box of Colin going, wait, the onion's going with them. Okay. Colin, I believe, is going to talk to... Or not Colin, Ghost Shepherd. Come in, over. As we discussed earlier, Ochi has grown a bit, so this morning I decided to drill him on his jump skill. Ochi should be able to move around more easily now, even with you and Pikmin on board. Walk up close to Ochi and press Y to mount. Press it again to dismount. Press X when you want Ochi to use his jump. He should have no problem clearing small ledges. If you keep holding X after you jump, you can build up his power. Hit something with a rush to launch the Pikmin on his back and have them land on your target. Using jump will give you access to more areas, and a good rush can be a good game-changing move in battle. Okay. Now time for me to decide where I want to go. I believe going in... There's a dungeon up there I can jump to, and then there's one back there I can go to. I think I'm actually going to go and clear out what I got with the yellows. So yeah, the Pikmin can jump on Ochi's back. Actually, where... Yeah, this is actually a good thing that I want to do. Actually, I don't think I want them going there yet, because there's a camp right there. Oh, it's a glint beetle. Are you just, pellets? Yeah, you're just pellets. Anyway, so I have the Pikmin on Ochi's back. Ram into an enemy, and they'll jump onto its back as well. Oh, actually, this is... What are my... red numbers looking like? Not too bad. But I want this. It's a yellow onion. Look at that, another onion. This one's a different color from the first one we found. Will it also be able, or also move on its own after we transport it? Doesn't matter who's carrying it, just as long as somebody's carrying it. The onion certainly is heavy. Or this onion is. Is there... Oh yeah, I got to put the survey drone in there. And switch. There we go. Anyway, yep, survey drone. You can now move around and, you know, look at stuff. You can be like, oh, there's something weird here. There's a pumpkin up there. You know, you can just look around. Ooh, sheer grubs. Yep, the onion is now 1/2 red, 1/2 yellow. It sucked up the other onion. That was unexpected. You don't think that's going to be a problem, do you? Unbelievable. The onion's fused and now there's just one with 2 colors? Wait, do you think you'll be able to propagate Pikmin of both types now? Yep. So once you get an onion for a color... Thank you again. I believe we can turn this partial construction into a vital asset. We'll process raw material into clay at the Beagle, and use it as a building material to finish the structure. These raw materials are only valuable when brilliant minds give them a higher purpose after all. Once you're at a construction site, simply direct your Pikmin and Ochi to start building. Don't tell me they're going to bring it to red. No, they brought it to yellow. They did what I actually wanted them to do. Do I need ice Pikmin? Ice Pikmin are, like, yeah, they're nice, but I genuinely don't want them out constantly. Because they cause problems. Sometimes you just want a corpse. And they don't leave behind corpses. So, interesting thing about pellet posies now. Pellet posies will change color. Between the colors of the ones that you can propagate. If you throw a Pikmin on a pellet posy, they'll swap colors. However, if a Pikmin is on a pellet posy, they will not change color. That, and if you have two red on it and 3 yellow, majority is yellow, so they'll go to yellow. Anyway, here's an anime called a Spectralid. Where's the one Pikmin? There he is. This is typically like one of the later things people do, but I'm doing it first. And I just run up and push A while you're on Ochi. Yeah, I bought the charging horn. So, if you target something and push the top button, the X button, you'll charge your currently selected color. Push it again and you'll charge the next color. Oh. Ochi can also push bags and stuff like that. Ochi is quite intelligent. Excavation complete. Oh, it got that coin. Anyway, with the raw material, they built a bridge. Construction of the clay bridge is complete. Now you can come and go as you please. Go ahead, cross it. Admire the impressive craftsmanship. There is some treasure to be got here. Some perforated rafts. As well as some weird-looking pink man. Oh, I probably don't actually want you guys grabbing those. I think I'll be fine if it's just the reds. Because I need 20 to weigh that one thing down. What? Oh, it's a pile of raw materials. Oh, it's 10. Okay. Some of the later ones must be 20 then. Because I know for a fact some of the later ones are 20. Anyway, have Ochi try to grab the pumpkin. He has the strength of 10, so he's not going to be able to pull it. Okay. What do I want to do now? I can't do that thing over there. I'm gonna do the challenge beside me. Oh, there's the two caves that require jumping. Okay, are you guys done your pile of goods? I think you're about to be. Of course you're gonna leave one. Cutscene. 15,000 or 1,500 sparklium obtained. You did it. Really great job, Ochi and Canadian. With all the energy you've collected, we can continue our restoration of the Shepherd's radar. Yep. Okay, now are you guys gonna grab all that material? Is that it? Yeah, okay. Okay, so everything is done over here at least. Of course, you can always pause and you can look around. There is something there I can't do yet. I can do that. Oh, did I not even I didn't even grab the two treasures I moved in prime position last time. Come on, really? Ugh. My Dandori skills is not very high. Okay, is everybody done moving around? You guys done doing stuff? Yes. Red alert! I see something. Or someone. Who's that next to them? It doesn't look like any of our rescue officers. Hey, what's going on here? What are they planning to do with that castaway? We need to rescue them, and quick. Canadian Ochi, let's go. Let's go? You mean, why don't you go? Anyway, any task that Pikmin cannot accompany you with? Huh? What's going on here? The Pikmin aren't following for some reason. Guess you two are on your own. Good luck. Anyway, well, clearly there's some sort of special thing going on here. Gathering Pikmin is crucial to success. The more you have, the more you can transport. Trial Run. Dandori Level 1. What is this place? I guess we can figure that out later. For now, let's focus on finding that castaway. I see them, over there. What in the world? Those who do not embrace Dandori cannot survive on this planet, but if they grow the leaves, they'll thrive. You, Skin having one. Do you believe you do not need the leaves? I will test your abilities to see if this is true. I invite you to face me in Dandori battle. I provided the Pikmin you will need to support you, and the challenge is ahead. Listen closely. Find objects and transport them back to your base within the time limit. To win, collect the highest total combined weight. If you wish to retrieve your castaway, prove that your Dandori abilities are superior to mine. Now then, the battle begins. So, they took the co-op battle from Pikmin 2 and made it fun. It is mandatory. Like, if you 100%, you do have to do this. Which is, yeah, fine. I just don't like that it's forced split screen. Anyway, we are not alone. That leafling, as they call him later, is he is moving around as well. You can beat up his little creature. And he will try to mess with you. You can play tug of war with him, you can, you know, there's lots you can do. I just needed to get down to that one state. Here we go. Do gotta be careful though, because dwarf bulborbs are spawning. Blowhogs. Is that... okay, I have enough. What? I missed? Well, I didn't miss, I just didn't knock it over. Oh, I don't actually want... No, come on. Well, this is wasted. Well, not really wasted. I'm just not going to get platinum. Oh well. I won it with exactly 60 more, which means I got gold. I was one away from getting silver. Or one less away from getting silver. Whoopsies. The strength of your Dandori power is magnificent. I will return this one to you. That dog looks oddly familiar. They just left? Who in space and time was that? Well, whoever they are, they weren't lying. Your Dandori talents were on full display. Now let's get this castaway out of here. Huh? They really are growing leaves out of their head. They seem to be suffering from the same condition as that leafy individual you just challenged. Transport them back to the Beagle right away. Yep. Do I want any of these? Yeah. I'm going to actually go and do half of what I was intending to last time. Starting with actually grabbing these treasures. Oh, I was wondering why I wasn't getting the leafling cutscene, and then it occurred to me, I was like, oh yeah, I moved the ship. I just can't get over the fact that they have leaves growing out of their head, and their face is all, well, bushy. Let's check their ID info. Error. On planet PNF404, error, unable to read data. What's this? Unable to read data. They should have biometric authentication, but this is definitely an issue. How are we supposed to find out who this is? I don't like the fact that you can't rush Pikmin, you can't swarm Pikmin, or whatever they call it. You can't dash them when they're all together. Okay. They're moving. Apparently. Oh yeah, there's a treasure next to me because of the cave. Caves count as treasure. Not a treasure there. I can go do that bridge, but I think I'll do that next time. Or next time I'm here. That's just a shortcut. As is... this. Yeah, and there's a cave at the beginning, too. Okay. Industrial maze. The ground had started to move. I groped for a way forward, but I couldn't make any progress on my own. I wonder if Moss may be able to help me out of this mess. He will always recommend what type of Pikmin he thinks you should use. Which, I mean, I guess Pikmin 2 did that as well. Pikmin 2 did give you, like, this dungeon contains blank, blank, and blank, but of course the submerged castle was a good sign of, like, you didn't always have to listen to that. Oh no, this isn't supposed to happen. Oh, she's all the way over there. Captain, what's the protocol for a situation like this? You and Ochi need to find a rendezvous point. Use switch in the action menu to play as Ochi. You know what? As she says, can't move forward. This is the bottomless pit. Throw a Pikmin off of it, or have a Pikmin knocked off of it, or knocked into the abyss, and it'll die. No, Ochi can't pluck Pikmin on his own, I guess. Not yet. Oh no, I spoiled it. Oh yeah. Something is blocking the Pikmin. Find a way to clear the path. Nothing is blocking the Pikmin. Go that way! Idiot. Yeah, this one is pretty much you just have to play babysitter. Ochi can outpace the conveyor belt. If you rush at the right time. Anyway, treasure radar up on the top left. Once the treasure goes in, it stops blinking, makes a noise, and then vanishes. Once there is no star, you can enter the next cave. Now that we've seen the entering, the exiting, the start of day, the departing, once we've seen all these cutscenes now, I'm gonna start skipping them, as well as the dialogues for Shepard and Colin being like, hey, you can start the day. I'm not gonna read every single one of those. Must be a castaway nearby. Rubber ducky! Oop, here's a new enemy, called a honey wisp. Honey wisps have potions in them, they have nectar, they just have a bunch of stuff in them. It's mostly the nectars. Actually, it's always the nectar. I don't think I've seen one yet who's had material in them. Yeah, so throwing a Pikmin off this lid will kill it. Ochi cannot touch electricity yet, so he cannot help with that gate. Nectar has a couple important uses. Ooh. Yeah, it has a couple important uses. Because it also helps you, or lets you, heal Ochi. Ochi can, he can heal using Nectar. But yeah, target the Nectar, you know, and it throws your leaves first. I mean, I guess, when I think about it, it's not that big of a deal. It's just, I prefer the old way back in my day, you know. I grew up with Pikmin 2. I almost just threw that little guy off the map. I grew up with Pikmin 2. I wasn't very good at it. And I've never actually beaten it. I've only gotten to the final area twice. Oh, is this? This is the final level. Yeah, okay. Checking ID info now. I hope it's one of our rescue officers this time. Florist Kingsley, Planet Oji. He took his obsession with flowers to a new level when he traveled alone to this remote planet simply to see its unusual blossoms. Nope, this is another civilian castaway. A florist out here on his own? But why? Well, that's just ill-advised. It's up to you to rescue any castaways you find. Oh, the blinking's gone, so there's no more. Yep. Oh, you collected a whole lot of sparklium. Yeah, if you collect all the treasure, it's like Pikmin 2, like, if you just collect enough treasure to get to the end of the game in Pikmin 2, you need to go in like half of the dungeons. It's insane. Kingsley. And you get pup drive points for every time you rescue a florist. Or every time you rescue a florist. Every time you rescue someone. And you get this. We've completed a set. What is the star-shaped medal? Russ tinkered with the appraisal AI. Now you'll be able to see when you've collected all the treasures in the world. Or in a series. Hee. There's a resonance in the wave patterns for treasure of the same type that lets us extract even more sparklium. Can't say I get the science behind it, but it sounds like we should try to collect a complete series. Yep. So, you get bonus sparklium if you get a full set. We got the full, like, the detective set. Or the Great Adventure set, which was the Truth Seeker. I think it was the clock, the compass, and the magnifying glass. Investigation complete. You can get a preview of what all the sub-levels. Dungeons from now on will never have one. They'll always have more. The Art of Dandori. Dandori is the art of organizing your tasks strategically and working efficiently to execute your plans. Practice it in everyday life. Yeah, multitasking is a very good skill to have. I don't care what the game recommends because I'm going into a cave next. Speaking of cave, where is it? Oh, I could build that bridge. I want to. Yeah, there's a side quest for it later. Pikmin, of course, just like the other 3 games, cannot swim. However, Ice Pikmin have an interesting gimmick, where they can float, and if you throw enough in water, they'll freeze the water. I don't have enough to do that, but... they can freeze a body of water. This game looks beautiful. Move the base over here because there's a treasure. Is that all the treasures? Or is there another one? Interesting thing about the drone as well is you can put like pins and stuff. So if you see like a treasure you haven't, like you forgot, because sometimes they can be buried, which means you can't see them, you just have to know they're there. You can be like, oh, put a pin. You know? You can pin the various things if they're hidden. So when you're looking, you can see the pin off in the distance. Okay. Hectic Hollows. And it's a good thing that I did that other dungeon first, because you need raw material here. Try throwing Pikmin into candy pop buds. The buds will release seeds of the same color as their flower. You know, the thing we've seen. You want to break the mushrooms because they can give you material. And there's no harm in leaving the ice Pikmin in the water. They will, you know, they'll stay there. They won't drown. Ooh. Wow, how amazing is that? The water froze almost instantaneously. Now you can travel right across the top. Get some new Pikmin here. Caves, I think, will almost always give you Pikmin. They'll give you the Pikmin you need. Quick rule about picking Pikmin when they're on, like, when you're on Ochi. You'll automatically get off Ochi to pluck, but once you are done, you'll jump right back on. Anyway, how do we get our Pikmin back? You just have to whistle at them a bit. However, the water stays frozen for a little bit. Also, Ochi cannot climb this. Yep, pushing down on the D-pad now, for me at least. You can always set it to your own. Normally you have to hold Y and then push switch or whatever. Why? What? How? What? Hold on, how? Excuse me? Was there another treasure I was unaware of? Did you guys grab one? How did they... I'll assume that treasure that they just walked past me with was not the one that was on that platform, like I'm thinking it is. Because that's gonna confuse the ever-loving out of me if I let it. Anyway, just to show it off. Pikmin cannot hit them, or break them. Oh, no use beating their head against this prop any longer. Okay. You guys are good on that front. Gonna go on a whim and say there's a bunch of Pikmin under it because it's wiggling. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're smart. They're not gonna go after the one that has the least. Or the one that has the most first. They'll drink the one with the least. 100%, yeah. How do I still have leaves? A couple reds, I guess. While exploring caves, it's possible to have more than 3 types of Pikmin in your squad. Yep. Normally you're limited to having just 3. Oh, I know why there was leaves, because I just got a batch of new Pikmin. But I thought I threw them on there. Anyway, you can hear a low drone. It's like distant drums. You can hear boom, 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 boom. That is the, like, mini-boss theme. This guy is a mini-boss. I believe he's called the Tusked Blowhog. Oh, I thought it was frozen already. I was about to say, I don't know why you need to get up there, and then it occurred to me. There was a treasure up here. Okay. Alright, let's check that ID. Look who we have here. Dingo. An officer who excels at solo missions. He's not a joiner by nature, but he'll show up and lend his physical abilities when needed. I knew it. I knew he was tough enough to make it. Dingo is a skilled ranger, even though he doesn't use a rescue pup. He specializes in solo missions, you see. One thing's for certain, rescue missions should be a lot easier with his help. Found the ranger. He's the most useless of the group. The only rescue officers out there are the pilot and the doctor. I believe that is it. Yeah, that's it. Rescue Dingo. Okay, it wasn't the first one I got. Mama Doll Head and Empty Vase. The Aspiration Ritual Bowl. And 5 creatures with 22 Sparklium. Yeah, you don't get Sparklium for killing them. Or breaking them when they're frozen. Russ, the Rescue Corps scientist, can make all sorts of useful gear and items in exchange for raw materials. I'm going to see if I can get that last bridge built before the end of the day. If not, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I definitely should be able to. I don't think I can... I could if I'm quick get up there, Because across the bridge, there's that one treasure. You pass a couple dwarf boulevards. You enter that cave. That cave lets you out here, and then there's a camp. For the sake of video pacing and not taking 25 hours, because that will take a little bit longer, I think I'm going to refrain. Did I set my camp to the one down here? I think I did. I did, yeah. Oh, hey. Hey, guys. Man, you require so much spark. Hey, 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 bring those bodies back here. I said bring those bodies back here. My one travel companion. You can have the course. You can have the course, buddy, because you actually listened and did your job. No, that's actually probably a terrible idea. There's 9 other Pikmin. Are they on their way up? Yeah, they're on their way up as well. Well, that's a little bit more than 9. Oh, did I dematerialize the 2? Well, that was a mistake. I can jump. Let me jump. Yeah, day's gonna be over. Well, at least they'll come back to me. Come back. Come, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Hey, why'd you get stuck? Okay. Well, unfortunately, I can't get this one. Yeah, I'm gonna start skipping these from now on. Just save myself a minute or 2. The next parts from now on should be quicker. I don't think there's any more... Well, I think there might be a little bit more raw material usage in the the last cave. Because there's 2 caves left. One's a proper cave and one's a special cave. Oh yeah, because I reached a milestone. Expanded the radar search range. Got 1500 sparklium. This will expand our range and help us pick up the distant SOS signals. Let's give it a spin. Almost done. Huzzah! We detected multiple SOS signals. I hope this gets us closer to finding our missing officers and Captain Olimar. Make a record of that area right away, Olive. Rescued Kingsley, Dingo, and someone. They have leaves growing out of their head. So odd. There's poisonous oxygen in this planet's atmosphere. They shouldn't be able to survive without their helmet. Something very strange is going on here. A Great Adventure series. Complete. Bonus 189. Aspiration Ritual Pole, Empty Vase, Mama Dollhead, Orb of Destruction. Aspiration Ritual Pole is a ball and stick toy. Ball and cup toy, I think. Mama Dollhead and Empty Vase is a Matryoshka doll. Orb of Destruction is a baseball. Detective's Truth Seeker is a magnifying glass. Unlimited Locomotive's a train. Toy train. Stately Rubber Cutie is a rubber ducky. Personal Injury Plank is a tech deck. Memory Fragment is a puzzle piece. Aspiration Ritual Ball is the ball for the stick and ball toy, cup and ball toy. Unseed Berry, Lesser Mock Bottom, and Mysterious Carriage are strawberry, plum, and pumpkin respectively. Perforated Raft are buttons, and Satellite Shield is a pin. From 26 to 71% of this area done. Well, Captain, we did it. We finally found our Ranger Dingo. Can't believe I had to be saved by the newbie. I'm losing my edge. We're just glad to see you made it back safe and sound, Dingo. Are you hurt at all? Oh, not at all, Captain. I'm just, touched that you care. This table does not seem to be structurally sound. It's missing screws. But Science Guy could stand to worry a little more. That reminds me, Captain. I have some information regarding our pilot. Really? Do you know his whereabouts? Great work, Dingo. What? No, that's not exactly... You must be exhausted from all that forced sleep you had. Well, we'll go over tomorrow's details. Our details tomorrow, go get some rest. I have heard that, like, forced sleep is a lot less comfortable. Like, having to sleep is a lot less comfortable than just going to sleep. You got it, Captain. She cares about my physical state. That means she cares. Oh, before you hit the hay, please be sure to review all the details related to our rescue mission so you're fully prepared. Oh, is that really necessary? On another note, Colin, do we have any updates on that castaway we picked up today? The one with the leaves? Right now they're sleeping in the back, but their condition remains unchanged. Don't worry, I'll keep a close eye on them. Very well. Just make sure we get the castaway... Just make sure we get this castaway examined by the doctor as soon as possible. Oh boy. Time for more dialogue, too. Hopefully, like, it should get a little bit quicker. Yep. Dingo, is it true that you encountered our pilot while stranded? Well, yeah, I ran into Bernard at some point, but then he got, like, snatched up by a leaf creature. Leaf? What? We saw the leaf creature pick up someone else and toss them onto a big pup. Bernard and I tried to follow, but we were too late. They dragged the castaway into a cave and suddenly they were growing leaves too. Like this one? Yeah, exactly. The castaway turned into something just like that. Oh, gotta sneeze! No! Suddenly the leaf creature in charge spotted us. And we got out of there as fast as we could, or at least that's what I thought. When I turned around, Bernard was gone. Maybe he didn't make it out, or maybe he got turned into a leafling too. Hey, what's this leafling doing here anyway? And why are they unconscious? This your work, comms guy? Obviously not. And I have no idea why they're currently unconscious. It was Canadian who recovered them. But based on what you're saying, this leafling could potentially be Bernard? Potentially. By the way, Bernard and I sort of coined the term leafling. We came up with it because they have all those leaves growing out of their head. Pretty clever, I know. This castaway may be our pilot, but undergoing his leafy state is beyond or undoing his leafy state is beyond our expertise. We need to rescue these leaflings, but without a doctor, there's not much else we can do. We need to find Yanni. Stat. Officers, to your stations, please. Copy that. Oh boy, this video's an hour long. I love the fact that they're like, oh, yeah, he's sleeping in the back, and then they just take him and throw him on the sidewalk. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.